In the description of the video, there's a link to download the file so you could follow along with the exact information. So what is a VLOOKUP? What does it do? So it's easier to imagine it from a example instead of just going through the formula. So imagine you've got a table like this list that has every country in the world in its capital. So then imagine that you have a second list that has a whole bunch of countries in it, but it's missing the capital. So instead of looking up each individual country here on this big list to figure out what the capital is and bringing it back into this list, VLOOKUP will do that for us. So the way that you do it is you start with an equal sign and then VLOOKUP, and then open parentheses, and then it'll give you hints on each step that you need to take. So the first thing that it's looking for is a lookup value. In this case, it's going to be this value here in cell E2. So I'm going to click into that, and then I'm going to do comma. And then the second piece that it wants to know is, where do we want to look up that information? So in our case here, we want to look, I'm going to click, hold, and drag. We're going to look for it in this list over here. So I want you to pay attention to the number that changes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you have a really huge table, it'll just keep changing for you. So you could just pay attention to that number instead of counting how many columns that you're dragging. But in this case, we're dragging 3 columns across. So now I'm going to put in another comma, and it says column index. So that value when we're click, holding, and dragging was 3. And that's the row, that's the column that you want to return the value from. So then we're going to do comma again and false. Just always put false. And there you have it.